Hello students, in this lesson we're going to learn about the Roman numerals. But before we proceed, the question is, where did these Roman numerals originated from and why? Actually, the Roman numerals originated, as the name might suggest, in ancient Rome. And there are 7 basic symbols, which are I, V, L, X, C, D, and M. So these are the basic symbols in the Roman numerals. The first usage of the symbols began showing up between 900 and 800 BC. That was a long time ago. Is that not? The numbers developed out of the need of common method of counting and also essential communication and trade. Right? So with all this being said, let's see the Roman numerals. Alright, before we continue, there's a little secret I want you to know. The secret is that whenever a symbol representing a smaller number is written on the left hand side of a symbol representing a larger or a bigger number, that smaller number is always subtracted from the larger number. For example, if we have a bigger number and we have a smaller number here, can you see? So it will be what? Subtraction. And whenever a smaller number is written at the right hand side of a bigger number, it is always added. So we have this, you add it. Can you see? So that's the secret. So whenever you see a bigger number and a smaller number is at the right hand side, you add it to the bigger number. Whenever you see a smaller number at the left hand side of a larger number or a bigger number, we always subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So with this, let's start. Alright, let's start the numbering. But I want you to note another thing here, that there are some numbers that are very, very important. Once you know those numbers, the other numbers is just mere addition and subtraction. Right? So let's go. 1 is written I. That's in small letter. You can write it in capital letter, right? Then 2 is written I. 3 is written I. So let me skip 4 and write 5. I have a reason for it. 5 is written V. So how do you think 4 will look like? 4 is IV. What's the meaning? It's actually 5 minus 1, because the smaller number I is written at the left hand side of 5. So we are going to subtract it as we have seen it earlier. So this one will give you what? Will give you 4, right? So that's why IV is 4. 6 is what? VI. Why? Because it's actually what? 5 plus 1. Simply because this I is written at the right hand side of this V. Okay? So 5 plus 1 will give you 6. 7 is VII. It's simply what? 5 plus 2, alright? Which is 7. Then we have 8 is VIII. That's 5 plus 3, which is 8. 9 is, let me leave it. What do you think will be 9? 10 is X. So what do you think 9 will be? Of course, 9 is going to be 10 minus 1, which is IX. Can you see? The 1 is written at the left hand side because we're going to subtract it from the 10. So which will give us 9. So 9 is IX. So if you can write 1 to 10 in Roman numerals, writing 11 to 20 will not be a problem. Why? Because you will keep on adding these first 10 digits. For example, we have 11 will be what? 10 plus 1. Right? 12 will be 10 plus 2. 13 will be 10 plus 3. 14 will be 10 plus 4. 15, 10 plus 5. 16, 10 plus 6. Is that not? 17 will be what? 10 plus 7. 18 will be what? 10 plus 8. 19 will be 10 plus 9. And what do you think will be 20? 10 plus 10, right? So 20 will be 10 plus 10, giving you 20. Can you see? So if you can write 1 to 10, then it will be more easier for you to write more numbers. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to skip some of the numbers. I'll write the major numbers and we'll see how we will answer some questions. Okay? So let's move on. All right. As I said, I'm going to skip some of them. We have, as we said, 10 is x. 20 will be xx. 30 is xxx. Right? What of 40? And 50 is usually what? L. So what do you think will be 40? Of course, 40 will be what? 50 minus 10. So we're going to write the 10 at the back, then 50 at the front. Can you see? It's simply what? Subtracting 50 minus 10, which will give you 40. So then we have 60 is 50 plus 10. That's LX. 70 is 50 plus 20. Can you see? 80 is 50 plus 30. So what will 90 be? What do you think will be 90? When 100 is represented by C. So of course 90 is going to be 100 minus 10, right? So that means it's going to be XC. Trying to tell you that what? 100 minus 10. Is that not? Giving you 90. So that's how we represent 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 in Roman numerals. Right? So if in case you want to write the numbers in between these numbers given, it's very, very easy. Just go back to your 1 to 9 and be adding them. For example, if I want to get 91, I will just say, oh, 90 is XC, right? So 91 is going to be XCI. That's 90 plus 1. Can you see? Will give you 91. So let's see more numbers. All right, so far with what we've learned now, let's see how we can solve some problems before going to the advanced ones, right? So how can we write 95 in Roman numerals? So it will be better if you have a little knowledge of what we call place value. Using place value, it is always easier. How? Let me show you. You know that this one is what? Unit, and this is tens, right? So if it is tens now, that means it's 90 and 5. So this is going to give you 90 and 5. And 90 is 100 minus 10. And 5 is V. So it's going to give you what? XCV. Can you see? So what if you have 82? How can we find the place value? Of course, we find the place value first, which is unit and tens. So this one will be what? 80 plus what? 2, giving you 82, right? So an 80 is usually 50 plus 30, and 2 is I. So we're going to have what? L X X X I. So this is 82 in Roman numerals. Another one, I'm going to write 69 in Roman numerals. So first the place value, as we've seen, unit and tens. So this one will be what? 60 and 9. So 60 and 9. 60 is what? 50 plus 10. And 9 is what? IX. So it will give you what? LXIX. LXIX in Roman numerals. Lastly, before we see the advanced one, how can we write 44 in Roman numerals? As we said, the place value, unit, and tens. Is that not? It's going to be 40 and 4. And 40 is usually 50 minus 10. And 4 is usually 5 minus 1. So giving you what? XLIV. Can you see? So let's see the advanced ones. Alright, so far we've already seen numbers from 1 to 100, and I believe you can represent any number from 1 to 100 in Roman numerals. So now we're going to see more advanced ones, that is numbers from 100 to thousands. So as we've seen that 100 is C. What do you think will be 200? 200 of course will be 100 plus 100, which is what? C. 300 will be what? 100 plus 100 plus 100, right? Which is C. Then what of 400? Do you think 400 is going to be C? Of course, it's going to be too much. So let's get 500 first. 500 in Roman numerals is usually written D. So if 500 is written D, using our secret that we've seen before, we're going to simply say what? 500 minus 100 will give us, of course, 400, right? So we're going to say CD. Why? Because 500 minus 100 is written at the left hand side. It's going to be what? It's going to be subtracting, so it's going to be 400. So what of 600? 600 will be 500 plus 100. Can you see? What of 700? 700 is going to be 500 plus 200. Can you see? 800 is going to be 500 plus 300. Then what of 900? Do you think it's going to be D? Of course, no. Because 1000 is written M. So if 1000 is written M, that means 900 is going to be what? 1000 minus 100, which is what? CM. Because the smaller number is written at the left hand side of a bigger number. So we're going to subtract. And 1000 minus 100 is 900. Can you see? Very, very easy. So let's solve some problems under this. Then we'll see those ones from 1000 to maybe 10,000. Okay? So let's solve some problems. Alright. Having seen numbers from 100 now to 1000, how are you going to represent 1342 in Roman numerals? So using place value, it will go a long way in larger numbers. So let's use the place value and see. You know that this two is unit, then we have the tens, we have the 100, and we have the what? 1000. Is that not? So we're going to have 1,000. Then we have what? 300, right? And we have four tens, right? Four tens, which is 40. So 40, and we have 2, which is what? Unit. So right, 2. So what is 1000 in Roman figure? In Roman numerals is what? M. Can you see? What is 300? 300 is C. And what is 40? 40 is actually XL, right? And 2 is written I. So now it will be what? MCCCXLII. So this is 1342. Can you see? So another question is, how can you represent 999? How can you represent 999? So using the place value, you know that this is what? Unit, this is tens, and this is what? 100, right? So it's going to be, of course, 900. Then we have this 900, we have 9 tens, which is 90. So 0, 9, and we have 9 units. So what is 900 in Roman numerals? 900 is usually what? 1000 minus what? 100, right? So which is CM. That's 900. Is that not? Then 90 is usually what? 100 minus 10, which is XC. Then what is 9? 9 is usually 10 minus 1, which is what? IX. So writing 999 is going to be CMXCIX. This is 999 in Roman numerals. So let's see more. How we're going to write 765 in Roman numerals. Unit, tens, hundred, right? So this is 700. So 700. Then we have six tens, which is 60. Then we have 5 units, which is 5. And 700 in Roman numeral is what? 700 is usually 500 plus 200. Is that not? Then 60 in Roman numerals is 50 plus 10. And 5 is V. So it will give us what? D, C, C, L, X, V. Can you see? So this is 765 in Roman numerals. Another one, how can you write 3965 in Roman numerals? So using our place value, this unit, tens, hundred, and this is thousand, right? So which will be 3,000, right? 3,000. Then we have 900 with two zeros. Then we have 60, which is 06, that's 6 tenths. Then we have 5 units. So what is 3,000 in Roman numerals? It's going to be M, M, M. And what is 900? 900, of course, is 1,000 minus 100. Then what is 60? 60 is actually 50 plus 10. And what is 5? V, right? So it will give us M, 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 C, M, L, X, V. So this is 3,965 in Roman numerals. So the last one, how can we write 2,468 in Roman numerals? Of course, we're going to have unit, tens, hundred, thousand. 2,000 is 2000, right? Then 400 is 004. 6 tens is 60, right? So 06. And 8 unit is 8. What is 2,000? 2,000 is M. And what is 400? 400 is actually 500 minus 100, which is CD. What is 60? 60 is 50 plus 10, which is LX. And what is 8? 8 is actually 5 plus 3, which is VIII. So 2,468 is going to be M, M, C, D, L, X, VIII. So this is 2,468. Alright, let's see more complex problems. We've seen one so far, we've seen from 1 to thousands, but we are limited to only 3,000, right? So remember, we said that 1,000 is written M, right? 2,000 is M. 3,000 will be what? M, right? What of 4,000? Do you think it's going to be M? Of course, no. The question is, knowing 5,000 will help us. So 5 what? 1,000. 5,000 is usually V with a what? Line at the top. Can you see? So that means 4,000 is going to be what? 5,000 minus 1,000. Okay, so it's going to be M V with line at the top. Can you see? Then 6,000 will be now easier, right? Because we know 5,000. So it's going to be V with line at the top plus what? plus 1000, making what? 6000. 7000 will be what? V with line at the top, then plus 2000. That's 7000. Then 8000 is going to be 5000 plus 3000. What of 9000? Do you think 9000 is going to be VMMMM? Of course, no. So now we have to know 10,000. 10,000 is usually written X with a line at the top. So of course 9000 is going to be 10,000 minus 1000, which will be MX with what? Line. Can you see? Are you surprised? So this is from 1000 to 10,000 in Roman numerals. So can we solve more complex problems with this? So as we have seen from 1000 to 10,000. So let's solve some problems associated with that. So how are we going to write 7,362? So the place value first, we have unit, tens, hundred, and thousand, right? So we have what? 7,000, which is 7 with 3 zeros. Then we have 300, so that's 3 with 3 zeros. We have 6 tens, which is 6 with 1 zero, and we have 2 unit, which is only 2. So what is 7,000? Remember that 7,000 is actually 5,000 plus what? Plus 2,000. Then 300 is usually what? C, C, C. That's 100, 100, 100. And 60 is usually 50 plus 10. And what of 2? 2 is I. So now if we're writing this, it's going to be what? V with a line at the top. Then we have M, C, 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 L, X, I. So this is 7,362 in Roman numerals. Right? How are we going to write 4,321 in Roman numerals? So it's going to be unit, tens, hundred, thousand. So this is what? 4,000, right? 4 with 3 zeros. So it's going to be 4,000. Then 300, 2 zeros, 300. Then we have 2 tens, right? We have 1 unit. So we draw it. 4,000 is what? Is actually 5,000 minus 1,000. And 5,000 is V with a line, right? So it's going to be MV, the line. That's 5,000 minus 1,000. Then 300 is going to be what? C, 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 and 20 is X, X, and 1 is I, right? So it's going to be MV with a line at the top, then C, 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 then X, X, I. So this is 4,321 in Roman numerals. Very interesting, right? Next question is how we're going to write 10,348. 10,348. So getting the place value, unit, tens, hundred, thousand, and we have what? Tens of thousands. So you can put a line like this, okay, so that you will not be confused. So this is 10,000. Then we have 300. Can you see this is 10,000, right? Then we have 300. So 0, 0, 3. Then we have 4 tens. We have 0, 4, and we have 8 unit. So what is 10,000? As we've seen that 10,000 is X with a line. Then what is 300? 300 is C, C, C. What of 40? 40 is 50 minus 10, which is XL. And 8 is actually 5 plus what? 3. So it's going to be X bar C, 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 XL, VII. So this is 10,348. So with this, I will draw the curtain for the lesson. You can do more research and see more complex problems. But before going, I'm going to leave you with an assignment. Alright, before finishing the lesson, I have 5 questions for you to try it. Write the following in Roman numerals.